Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp as we head into another night of big NBA action here in the playoffs. After going 2-0 last night, I am 9-3 so far to start the playoffs. Let's see if I can continue that hot streak here tonight with a couple of more NBA picks for you. We'll start it off with the second game on the slate this evening in Washington, D.C., where the Toronto Raptors are coming into town to try to avoid going down 0-3 to the Washington Wizards after losing twice on their home floor. Washington comes in as a 4.5-point favorite in this one, but I'm a little more focused on the total here at 195.5. I think it actually could have a little bit of betting value on the over here tonight after game two that saw a huge, very, very high-scoring game in Toronto where the Raptors defense absolutely fell apart, and it's been falling apart here for a while now, but game two was kind of the culmination of that, and if that trend continues, the over is going to have some tremendous value between these two teams for the rest of the series. Washington tends to play a lot better at home, which should be scary for Toronto's sake, considering that the Toronto's looked pretty bad and Washington's fared pretty well in Toronto. Now heading back to D.C., that can't bode well for the Raptors' defense either. On top of that, the over is 10-4 in the Raptors' last 14 games dating back to the regular season, and it's 8-3 in their last 11 versus winning teams. Wizards, on the other hand, have cashed the over in 4 of their last 5 games, including the last 3 regular season games and the 2 postseason games here that we've experienced so far. They're 8-2 in their last 10 home games cashing the over, and they're 6-2 in their last 8 first-round playoff games cashing the over are the Washington Wizards. I think the value tonight is over 195 between these two teams. I expect another fast-paced game, light on the defense in our nation's capital. Next one I have for you is the continuation of what should continue to be the best series here in the first round. The San Antonio Spurs are playing host to the Los Angeles Clippers tonight. After getting blown out in game number 1, the Spurs came back with a vengeance. Tim Duncan is an absolute zombie, and he destroyed the Los Angeles Clippers in the game 2 to steal a game to tie the series 1-1 heading back to San Antonio. But with a bad Tony Parker and a bad Manu Ginobili in Game 2, the Spurs still winning on the road should be very scary here for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've been playing a very short rotation, a lot of guys playing a lot of minutes, and if that continues throughout this series, it's just going to be advantage Spurs. Now the Spurs at home with the run that they went on going into the playoffs, I think San Antonio is actually the play here to go up 2-1 at -4 with a total of 203.5. San Antonio is 8-1 in their last 9 home games against the spread. They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games versus winning teams, and they're also 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 games as home favorites. The Spurs also have covered 6 of their last 7 games as playoff favorites, which I think is very important as well. Clippers are now only 3-11 against the spread in their last 14 first-round playoff games, and they're only 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. I think the Spurs here are once again to play at -4. I want to take them with the over here between the Raptors and the Wizards. Those are your NBA picks of the day. Best of luck to you on those two, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.